I basically found this Sunday. Yeah, I found this Sunday, and I wanted to talk about it because there was a lot of triggered white people in the comment sections because they're very very emotional people. They really are. Don't let them fool you. And when they talk about don't play the victim and all this other stuff, they're always deflecting about their own feelings. Okay, this was black people who were adopted by white parents are explaining the trauma of adoption, and it's a necessary read, right? All of the people, the men and the women, said that they were grateful to their white parents, and I think one Asian parents that adopted them. They were just basically trying to say that they were not uh, exposed enough to their own people and how this has caused some kind of traumas. I'm gonna find only like two because start with this person here. It says, I was adopted into a white Christian missionary family when I was about 6 months old. While I can see and appreciate the advantages that gave me, I do wish I had more exposure to black culture. We lived in the Philippines, so I understand that wouldn't have been easy, and I wouldn't trade my international experience for anything. But I did feel like I couldn't really fit in with either crowd. Comments like I usually don't get along with black people, but you're cool, or you're very articulate and intelligent were very hurtful, and I am still recovering from remarks like that. My parents and siblings now are amazing at asking questions about how it might feel to be me in the current climate. They are very pro Black Lives Matter, so I am very happy about that. The whole situation is so complex and multi layered, so I hope people don't see multiracial adoptees as a monolith. I was adopted by a white father and a Chinese mother, and I feel more connected to Asian culture than to black or white culture. In the same vein, I love my family, but their microaggressions make me question so many things about my experiences. Not to mention, my hair is my biggest issue. I never know where to go or what to do, so I just end up with this matted ball in my head because I get so overwhelmed, especially due to having mental illness. Knowing that there are transracial adoption support groups out there so I can join makes me feel that I might actually find some peace. So there's problems here. All these people who say love is love, and I just know that's not true, right? Let me see. Oh, mm. Some of them are just basic, right? I wanted to find the one. Let me see. This is the one that I wanted to find. I am a black biracial woman adopted by white parents when I was 5.5 months old, so I never knew any biological family. I don't think my parents ever discussed my race, but since I was in a white town and a white school, people noticed. I was bullied terribly in school, yet it was my first grade teacher, not my parents, who explained slavery to me. It was as if, since race didn't matter to them, they assumed it wouldn't be an issue for anyone else. Totally wrong. Maybe they didn't know how to address the subject of race. I don't know. My mom could never do anything with my afro textured hair, so it got cut. I had no black role models and no ties to the black community. There wasn't one where I live. I had my first black friend when I was a freshman in college. Today, at almost 50 years old, I know nothing about black culture except what I see on TV. To those who adopt outside their race and culture, please find a way to connect your child to their racial and cultural heritage. Find appropriate social groups for them. Teach them about their other side. Don't expect their school to do it for you. Celebrate cultural holidays that match their background. If you're unsure how to open doors to cultural connections, ask for help. Help your children learn about who they are. And all of these comments, there was nothing negative. They just said that they were missing their culture. They grew up not knowing their culture. And this goes out to all the white people who say if we don't bring up these issues up, they will magically go away. This is not how life works. We are different from you. I'm sick of these people who say I don't think about race. I don't see race. We are different from you. It's not racist to say that. We are different from you. We have a different culture than you. Right? This is why I feel that white people should not adopt black children. I really do feel that. Because just these people sharing their story, there was a whole lot of butthurt people in the comment section. They don't sound grateful. The very fact that you can't understand what they're saying goes to show me that we are different from you. None of these people said, I wish I was never adopted by these people. No, they all said that they were grateful for what they did. Right? I am biracial, black and white, and identify as black. I was adopted by white parents when I was 2 months old. What I want others to know is that I did not choose to be born. I did not choose my life to go from one traumatic experience to another, from the culture shock of living in a white society to being treated like a zoo animal in school with all white children. This is a lot for a child to process. I am 50 years old. I am just now being able to understand my anger at how I was treated. My adoptive parents did the best they could with the lack of knowledge they had, but I was constantly told I should feel lucky that I was chosen. What? Please, if you are going to adopt, please think about the trauma caused by interracial adoptions. Learn the child's culture before. Teach the child about culture. Realize how difficult it is for the child to not look like you. We are different than you. We're different than you. This is what a lot of these I'm blind white people don't seem to understand. Bullshit. I don't see color. Unless you were born without the ability to see color. Not that many of those people, we're different. And people notice the differences. And racism is still alive. Bigotry is still alive. Ignorance is still alive. Right? Teach the child about culture. Realize how difficult it is for the child to not look like you. Ask about trouble at school. And if the child is able to open up about problems they are having, there will always be problems, whether you are aware or not. Please listen without judgment. Do not try to figure out why things are so difficult for them or why they don't want to be around people. If you cannot do this, do not adopt. And I definitely feel that white people should not adopt black children. We have enough problems as it is. And I believe that this causes more. And I definitely believe that black people should not marry white people because same thing. Same thing. You are not ready and will cause more trauma. Why is the focus on adoptive parents as saviors, the white savior complex? How about focusing on the adoptee being a survivor? There is so much more I could say about being a black child adopted by a white family. Problems in school, accusations of bad behavior, continuous observation of preferential treatment of white biological siblings. I wish I could find a support group. So I'm gonna leave it at that. This is Yahoo. This is a really good read. Black people who were adopted by white parents are explaining the trauma of adoption, and it is a necessary read by Ajani Bazil Dutes. I don't believe white people should adopt black children. I really don't. I believe that they should adopt only white children. I believe more black people need to step up and adopt black children, and because only we can raise our own people. That's just the way I look at it, you know. And I don't believe that black people should marry white people because it's that's even more confusion. That love is love bullshit. I don't believe in that. And that's it.